Good evening and welcome to the Village Board meeting for the Village of Pleasantville. Today is Monday, January 13. If you are watching live on Monday, January 13, feel free to call in if you have comments or questions. Our call-in number is 769-1677. As always, you can watch us live on Optimum or Verizon Cable TV, and you can pick up a live broadcast as well as an on-demand webcast after the meeting at pctv76.org. Our next regular meeting is 2 weeks from today on January 27 at 8 p.m. with a work session at 7. So this is the first year official meeting of 2020. Happy New Year to all. I had a couple of announcements to make, one of which was I attended the Pleasantville Volunteer Ambulance Corps installation dinner this past Friday, where the new officers were installed, and for the coming year, the captain of the ambulance corps will be Caitlin Zezzi. She has been involved in the ambulance corps for many years, and in the category of families often deliver volunteer service above and beyond the call of duty, she is also married to Stefan Zaplatel, who is the current chief of the fire department. So Pleasantville's first responding family serving us above and beyond the call of duty. So a good night, and nice to see the opportunity for Caitlin to take over. So other announcemements?
Yes, I have a little announcement to make. For those of you who are not yet participating in the food scrap recycling, otherwise known as municipal composting program, there is an event that will be hosted by Pleasantville Recycles on Thursday, January 23rd at 7 p.m. in the library to do a demonstration and to sort of give an overall explanation about how the municipal composting program works. So it says, help make a difference in our community. Food scrapping is easy and rewarding. Learn how you too can participate. So I would encourage anyone who's interested to attend.
So Noreen, you want to just describe to people the bins and how they can get them for food scrap recycling?
We still have bins for sale. To date, we've sold 116 of the sets, and that includes the 3-gallon countertop and a 6-gallon toter. So again, here at Village Hall, cash or check. If you can't make it in, just contact us. We'll email you the form, fill it out, and we'll deliver it to your house here in Pleasantville.
Great.
Alrighty. Anybody else have other announcements to make? I've lost track of one that I intended to announce, and if I can't find it.
Well, while you're looking for that, I'll
I
just
will.
say that we have the second edition of our village newsletter, Pleasantville Posts, singular or plural? Plural, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will be coming out in early February. Is that right?
Later this month.
Looking for confirmation over here, later this month,
Yes.
right? So look for that. It will be posted on our website. It will be posted on our Facebook page, which you should join if you haven't done so already. And there will be a few paper copies available as well at the library and the senior center and a couple of other locations.
Two other things I wanted to note. We've talked about it before, and there's been some discussion about it online in various places, but for a period of 8 to 10 weeks, our normal water supply has switched from one aqueduct to the other because of work that the New York City Department of Environmental Protection is doing on repairing the aqueduct that we normally receive water from. And what that has meant for us is that although the water continues to go through the Millwood filtration plant that we are joint owners of, and it continues to meet and exceed all of the relevant safety standards, it tastes different. And so folks have been concerned about that. It's our expectation is that at the end of this 8 to 10 week period, and we're 3 weeks in,
Mm-hmm.
something like that,
Mm-hmm.
we'll be back to our original source, which is beneficial in multiple ways, not just the taste of the water, but when we take water from the other aqueduct, we have to pump it up to the filtration plant, which is an expensive venture from the standpoint of electricity. And when we go back to our regular aqueduct, which is the Catskill, right? We're currently on the Croton. The water arrives through a gravity feed. So hopefully we will see improvement in the taste of the water within a 5 or so week period. But lots of folks have commented about it. But that's the story. And then the other thing I wanted to report is that our friends at PCTV, thank you, Shane, here in the room, are planning a benefit event, and that is going to be on April 4th. And the honorees are going to be the Gambino family, who have, as many of you know, run the Tina Gambino Foundation for many years after the untimely loss of their daughter. In her memory, it's been a great thing. So a save the date has gone out. It is an event on April 4th. More info will be available on the PCTV website at pctv76.org. But it would be a great opportunity for folks to not only support PCTV, but have a chance to honor the Gambinos, who have been such anchors for our community. All right. Lacking anything else?
Census.
Oh, go ahead. You want to talk about the census?
I don't really want to talk about the census, but I will say participate
That's
in
good,
the
yes.
census. I hesitate just because I don't have all of the facts on my fingertips, but we have been distributing information about the upcoming census, which for the first time will take place online, principally. If you don't participate online, then someone will try and find you and perhaps have you do it on paper, but preferably online. And there's been a big effort on the part of the county to really encourage people to participate, because it has a significant effect on our representation and on the funds that we receive from the federal government. So please spread the word that it's coming and that everyone should participate.
Then the last thing I wanted to report, which I dug up, is that a couple of weeks ago it was my pleasure to attend yet another Eagle Scout ceremony for Troop 12. Troop 12 has been enormously efficient in producing Eagle Scouts. Far more efficient, I can report, than the Boy Scout troop I was a part of in New Jersey many years ago. And on this occasion there were 5 scouts who reached the lofty rank of Eagle, and so our congratulations go out to Kyle Largy, Devin O'Neill, Owen McCarville, Danny DeFalco, and Ned Herster. Owen undertook a project to improve the path around Nantahagan Park. So that was a particularly helpful thing for the village of Pleasantville. So shout out to all 5 of those young men, and shockingly, but perhaps not so shockingly, a couple of them, particularly Kyle and Ned, are not the first Eagle among the kids in that family. And in the case of Kyle, he's the 3rd Eagle in a row. So pretty impressive accomplishment. Congratulations to all of them. So, all right, with that, to the resolutions we go.
All right.
2020-1. This
Wow.
is your opportunity, Asquith.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the minutes of the meeting held on December 5th, 2019 and December 23rd, 2019.
Is there a second?
Second.
The meeting on December 23rd was a brief meeting primarily to push forward the required check register, but the meeting on the 9th included our annual Youth Recognition Awards. Shout out again to the groups that were honored. Young people who support the farm market, the Presbyterian Church Appalachian Service Project, Pleasantville High School ECHO, Pleasantville Volunteer Fire Department, the Emmanuel Lutheran Church Emmanuel Ringers, Pleasantville Community Synagogue, and the VIP Sports Program. Any comments or corrections on the minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Joe, number 2.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby accepts the resignation of Mindy Rogers, Recreation Assistant, effective December 27th, 2019.
Is there a second?
Second.
Sad news, sorry to lose Mindy. She's headed off to a new opportunity, and we certainly are grateful for her service. Nothing but the highest marks reported from her service in our rec department, and particularly her leadership role over at the Panther Club. So she'll be missed.
We'll miss you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Number 3, David.
Resolved, the Board of Trustees hereby accepts the resignation of Lucia Lupitin, part-time recreation assistant for the Panther Club, effective December 21st, 2019.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. What happens if we refuse to accept a resignation?
They have to stay.
All right, well, we can keep that in our hip pocket. Number 4, Nicole.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby accepts the resignation of Franklin Jackson III, part-time recreation assistant for the Panther Club, effective January 18th, 2020.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Lest you fear that we have nothing but resignations, number 5.
Resolved, the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the hiring of Carolyn Casarella and Lynn Parsons as part-time recreation assistants for the Recreation Department, Panther Club, A7330.101, job title 0269, at a rate of $20 per hour, effective January 14th, 2020.
Is there a second?
Second.
Welcome, Caroline and Lynn. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion approved. Number 6, David.
Resolved, the Board of Trustees hereby approves the hiring of the following part-time available recreation assistants, job code 0269, Marianne Olbermann, $50 an hour, effective January 22nd, 2020.
2020. Correct.
Program BRS After School A7324. Peggy Ann Reskums, I apologize if I pronounced that wrong, $55 an hour, effective January 21st, 2020. Program Preschool A7323.
Is there a second?
Second.
These folks are,
They run programs, after-school programs,
Right.
so their expense is offset by revenue that we bring in
Uh-huh.
for the programs.
right. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Number 7, Nicole.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby accepts the following donations to the Clinton Street Center: $25 from Evelyn Haber and $100 from Andrew Tobin.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you very, very much to both of these donors. Very much appreciated. Joe, number 8.
We didn't.
We didn't vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Now, Joe, number.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the appointment of Shane McGaffey and Gerard Falco to the Climate Smart Committee for the current term through April 2020.
Is there a second?
Second.
What do you think?
Is that McGaffey guy got too many jobs
That's the
already?
McGaffey guy. Thank you, Shane McGaffey and Gerard Falco, for volunteering for the Climate Smart Committee. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Number 9, David.
Resolved, the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the village administrator to sign the agreement with Westchester County Department of Mental Health for Employee Assistance Program for the calendar year 2020 attached.
Is there a second?
Second.
Why don't you just give the brief overview of this, Eric?
Sure. So the EAP program is a resource that's provided to participating local municipalities. So they provide confidential assessment and referral programs that are designed for us to deal with workplace issues or some of our staff members who may be dealing with personal issues. So it's a great resource, runs the gamut. It's very specialized, and again, just a great resource to have on the HR end. So well worth the investment.
Okay.
Comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. 10, Nicole.
Whereas sealed bids were advertised in the official village newspaper and received on Wednesday, December 4th, 2019 for the Parkway field lights, and whereas bids were received as per the following and reviewed by the Superintendent of Public Works. From Light Concepts Limited, the bid was $99,498. From Turtle and Hughes Electrical and Industrial Distributor, the bid was $31,566. And from Cooper Friedman Electric Supply Company Incorporated, the bid was $29,436. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Pleasantville hereby awards the bid for the Parkway field lights to Cooper Friedman Electric Supply Company for the amount of $29,436.
Is there a second?
Second.
So as some of you know, especially some of you that have kids in high school or youth sports, in the fall, when it gets dark fairly early, we end up with portable generator-operated lights on the back field behind the bleachers at Parkway Field. That's obviously a difficult, expensive, and problematic way to do it. And so Jeff Econom, our Superintendent of Public Works and professional engineer, put together a plan and a photometric layout for a modest installation of light fixtures on the back field. This is not light fixtures like the big towers that are on the front field, but much lower poles and relatively modest light setup. So Jeff reports in his memo, I'll just read this one piece. There will be no spillover into the parking lot or residence as the light heads are pointing to the field. I've also proposed that when installing the lights, I'll add additional wire length curled inside the poles for the ability to change the poles in the future if the village should ever want to expand and have more poles. I think it's going to be a great and positive step that will allow our various teams to practice on the rear field with regular old turn on the lights as opposed to belching, groaning generators running portable lights.
Didn't this come in less expensive than we thought it was going to?
Yes, and so what we did, we went out to bid for the commodity. We have this isn't going to be the final number because we have to use an electrician, but we've went out to bid for village electrician, so we will utilize his expertise.
Further, our own staff is doing a lot of the work,
Correct.
digging the trenches, laying the conduit,
Yep.
Jeff.
So the
Right.
total project cost, Jeff is estimating right now, is around $40,000 all in.
Somehow, why did I think it was like going to cost 70 or something?
Yeah, we were thinking potentially upwards of 60.
Yeah.
And
good.
so the other thing to report as well is this did go through the secret process.
Mhm.
So we've evaluated the environmental impacts or lack thereof.
Great.
So this is the final step before we actually launch into the work.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Joe, number 11.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the request from Mary Schwartz, Village Treasurer, and Noreen McGinty, Deputy Village Treasurer, to attend the annual Tyler Connect Conference in Orlando, Florida from April 26th through the 29th, 2020 at the estimated cost of $2,500 per person, and the program is attached.
Is there a
real
second?
conference?
Excuse me?
Is that a real conference?
It's a real conference. It's actually huge.
Yeah.
They run the Munis program, which is our lifeblood for
Yeah.
municipal finance.
So did we get a second?
Second.
Oh, Mary's note. Mary used to be Mary and Noreen used to go to this. Although I
We replaced their.
Now it's Mary and Noreen. It's
Yeah.
Noreen.
now it's the other Noreen going. But anyway, there are over 150 educational sessions that we can choose from, providing advanced training in all the modules we use, including payroll, accounts payable, budget, tax, and water. Learn about upcoming new releases. Learn how other Munis users maximize the software to its full potential. Noreen can testify that it is time well spent.
It is. It's a very well-run conference, and the people that go are truly there to learn and are passionate about coming back with new and improved skills. Mary Schwartz is front row, every class. But the classes, you'll see from the schedule, it's from like 8 to 5
Yeah.
for 3 days.
Yeah.
It's not one of
That's a
those
lot.
where, it's a shopping and golfing day or something. It truly is
She comes back
well-used
tired.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
funny. I know that about Mary, and I have every confidence. People imagine that going to a conference in Orlando is a junket. You come back just worn out. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. A ringing endorsement for the trip to the Munis conference. Number 12, David.
Resolved, the Board of Trustees hereby approves the abstract for payment of claims dated January 13th, 2020 for fiscal year 2020 covering check numbers 95591 to 95720 as listed below. The General Fund, $291,762.54. The Water Fund, $30,269.19. The Capital Fund, $5,200. The Refuse Fund, $23,462.32. The Trust Fund, $956.25 for a total of $351,650.30.
Is there a second?
Second.
So, kind of a spike in the A1 computer service cost, is that?
Yeah, there was some server issues with the PD that they dealt with over the past couple weeks, which is mainly the cause.
And
it had to do with the updating of Windows and an issue pertaining to that that actually played out across a variety of other users as well.
those of you who care will be interested to know that we have just bought 236 tons of salt and 137 tons of sand at cost of $24,558, and if the weather gods are with us, we won't need it. Any further comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved.
Last but not
Last
least.
one.
Last but not least, 13.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the village administrator to sign the agreement with Northeast Westchester Special Recreation, Inc. to jointly operate a therapeutic recreation program for individuals with disabilities for the calendar year 2020.
Is there a second?
Second.
So our expense for that is a per capita and a per participant expense, divided up among the many communities involved: Bedford, Briarcliff, Lewisboro, Mount Kisco, Mount Pleasant, Newcastle, North Castle, Sleepy Hollow, North Salem, Pleasantville, Pound Ridge, Somers, and our contribution for the 2020 year adds up to $7,434 in order to provide these services.
Yep, it's about $130 less than that last year. I think it's due to one less participant.
The participants are all, whoever are in, they're booked already, or they're you can you resolve a booking now?
Yeah. Who's ever interested and qualifies, absolutely.
A good program.
A great program.
Right.
Great
Yeah.
program.
Must be. Somers is involved. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Is there any new business? Comments from the public? Comments from Shane? Nothing. Is there a motion to go into executive session on matters of real estate?
So moved. Are we
And
skipping,
return to
are we
work
skipping the
session as
other
well.
items
Yeah.
from the work session?
No, we'll go back to work session and go to executive session afterwards.
Okay.
But we need a motion to return to work session, followed by an executive session on matters of real estate.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I second it.
Seconded. Yeah, you look like you seconded. All right. Thank you all very much. We'll see you in 2 weeks.